Good day, class. Today we are on day 3 of inequalities, and today we're going to do multi-step inequalities. Okay, same rules apply for inequalities as equations when you're solving them. So let's go ahead and start off. We have the center of our equation, just like our inequality, just like we have equations. Okay, I need to move things over so I can combine like terms. So we're going to take this 3n and move it over here under the 6n, and when I do that, I subtract it because it's crossing my inequality, the center of the equation. So we have 3n minus 1 is greater than 8. Okay, now I need to add 1 to both sides. So 3n is greater than 9. Divide by 3. N is greater than 3. So we're going to take our number line. Okay, 3 numbers on the number line. Okay, I always do the answer, 0, and then the opposite. So n is greater than 3. So I'm going to draw a circle above the 3, okay, and it's open because there's no equal sign here. All right, and then n is greater than, and greater than is shaded to the right. Okay. Now my interval notation, my graph goes from 3 to infinity. Okay, the 3 is not equal to, so it's parentheses, and infinity is never equal to. Okay, so there's my interval notation. All right, next one. Same thing, we're going to make sure we separate our inequality so we know when we have to add or subtract. Now this one has 2 m's on the right side, so I need to combine them before I move. So I'm not going to do anything with this over here. Okay, and then 8m minus 3m is 5m. Okay, on this one I'm going to go ahead and move my 6m just to show you what happens when the variable is on the right side. So I'm going to subtract 6m. Okay, I'm going to bring down my negative 5. Don't forget that. We did that a lot on the test. Make sure you bring down the sign that follows or that's in front of the number. Okay, and then 5m minus 6m is negative 1m plus 7. Subtract 7. And we get negative 12 and then negative 1m. Okay, now I got to get rid of my negative 1. I'm going to divide. Now remember, when you divide by a negative, you have to flip the inequality. Right? And we always read it with the variable first. So this is m is greater than 12. Right, let's graph it. So 0, I'm going to do 12 and negative 12. Okay, so circle above 12. All right, it's open, so I'm going to keep my circle open, not shade it in. And m is greater than, which means I go to the right. Interval notation goes from 12 to positive infinity, and it's not equal to 12, so it's parentheses, and it's never equal to infinity, so we have parentheses. Next one, I'm going to go ahead and put on this one, or equal to, just so we have a copy of that. Okay, so let's go ahead, separate our equation. Now here we have parentheses, so we have to distribute before we can start solving. So I'm going to bring this down, 10 minus 6a is greater than or equal. Okay, now negative 2 times 5 is negative 10, and negative 2 times negative 4a is a positive 8a. Remember, negative times a negative. Alright, now I'm going to move. I'm going to bring my 8a over, so I'm at negative 8a. Okay, so I have 10, negative 6a minus 8a, okay, is negative 14a. Greater than or equal to negative 10. Okay. Now I'm going to move this 10 over, because remember, variables on one side, numbers on the other. So I have negative 14a is greater than or equal to negative 20. Divide by negative 14. Now I'm dividing by a negative, so what do I have to do with an inequality when I divide by a negative? Okay, I have to flip it. So now it's less than or equal to. Now 14 won't go into 20 evenly, but I do notice that they need to be simplified or reduced. So 2 will go into both of them, so that is going to be 10 over 7. And remember, they're both negatives, so 2 negatives make a positive. Let's do our number line. 0, take the answer, which is 10 over 7, and the opposite. Okay. All right, so there's a circle above 10 over 7, okay, and it's closed. Okay, because of the sign right here, because of the little equal. Alright, and A is less than or equal to 10 over 7. So that's going to shade to the less than side, which is the left. Okay, interval notation. Alright, I have negative infinity. Okay, 2 10 over 7. Never equal to negative infinity, so that's a parentheses. Alright, but my 10 over 7 is closed and it is equal, so we have brackets. And that's multi-step inequalities. Just remember, if you multiply or divide by negative, you have to flip the inequality. Right? And did you know there are 293 ways to make change for $1? See you guys later.